Well, if everyone's been paying any attention, we know that Dirk Beveridge has been on tour. He's been taking his RV across the country and visiting distribution centers and companies. And Dirk, you're back home. You're in your office, and I see you got your Diet Coke at your side, so you're set.
I am I'm ready, but I got to tell you something. After 97 days on the road, 34 different distributors, hundreds of individuals, amazing stories. This is not doing it for me. I'm tired.
I bet you are. Yeah, your We Supply America tour. Great job with that. We've been following you. We salute your service. But I have a big question, Dirk.
Yeah.
How is the condition of your RV?
Uh, Jeff, that's a great question. The RV was a lot of fun sharing the behind the scenes with that throughout the entire tour. It was a lot of fun, a lot of feedback. But I got to tell you, yeah, good report. The toilets are working. Hallelujah. The window is installed. Everything's going good, except I will tell you, when I backed in on Saturday, I stepped out, I looked at it, and I looked down at the front tire, and I lost a hubcap. So
You lost a hubcap.
yeah, so that's where we're at right now.
That's not so bad.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the people and the companies you met and the difference this tour made in the short term and long term.
The term that came to my mind the last couple of days was that these last 97 days, this We Supply America tour, visiting 34 different distributors, creating 8 broadcast quality films, championing the noble colony of distribution. It really was a labor of love. And it was a labor of love for 3 reasons. The people that I met, the places I had been, and the purposes I had discovered. And real quick on each one of those. The people that I had met, you know, what I've come to truly understand and internalize, Jeff, is that distribution at its core is about humanity. It's about individuals who care about each other, who care about what they do, understand the importance of what they do, and they help each other advance. You know, I use the example, I was at DSG up in Plymouth, Minnesota, and I'm talking to Rich out in the warehouse, and he's the transfer manager. And I said, what do you love about DSG? And he says, Dirk, one, I love what I do. And then without batting an eye, he points over to the leadership and he says, and they love what I do too. And I think that just captures the humanity and the respect that we have for each other. And I really do believe it's at the core of this noble calling of distribution and what allows us to supply America. Second were the places that I went to. Oh my gosh. How many miles did I say? I forget how many miles. I think it was 15,499.4, something like that. Just under 16,000 miles from sea to shining sea. You know, seeing the Pacific Coast Highway and then the sailboats in Connecticut shore, seeing 90-day green corn growing like crazy green, but then also the granite boulders in the desert of Arizona. And Jeff, this is a gloriously beautiful country. I got to see it all. But in addition to that, the places I went are in the warehouses, the light assembly areas, the offices of these 34 different businesses. And when you see these warehouses and these distributions, the organized chaos going on, there is a specialness, there is a beauty to that, what goes on. And one that sums that up for me was when I stopped in Milwaukee at Marsh Electronics. Jim Banovich is a self-avowed flag lover, and he now has We Supply America flags hanging throughout his facility, reminding him and his people every day of the importance of what they do. And then the purposes. You know, I started out saying that distribution, this noble calling distribution, is much more than pick, packing, and shipping and moving boxes. An important part of what distribution is and what ISSA members do. But when you spend 97 days crisscrossing this country, talking to 34 different distributors, hundreds of professionals throughout distribution, what you find is that there truly is a deeper calling and a meaning to this business. And again, I go back to Ryan Holtzman, the 3rd generation president of Holt Electric down in St. Louis. And man, Jeff, I love what he does. He's come out with a manifesto that he calls the Middle Manifesto. And in that manifesto, he reminds us all about the importance of being the middleman. Julia Klein, the chairwoman and CEO of CH Briggs in Pennsylvania, she talks about leading from the middle. There's a deep purpose of being in this position that distribution is in the supply chain to keep this country supplied, to create this country and this society that we have. And it truly is absolutely noble. And the purpose behind all of that is fantastic.
Great report, Dirk. Appreciate that. Now, listen, on your LinkedIn page, it says you're the executive producer at We Supply America. Tour's over. You've done your recordings. Is it done?
Yeah, well, that's a great question. So, that might change because I now need to be speaking about the strategy work we do, the innovation conference that we do, the innovation work we do with the companies, my keynote speaking. So that might change. All right. But executive producer of We Supply America is not going to go away because I truly am being called from the feedback that we're getting from everybody. There is a little bit of a groundswell to say what's next and what's season 2. And we're in the process of planning that and looking into that right now.
Season 2, go Hollywood, Dirk. Well, thank you for this report.
Yeah, Jeff, thank you so much. And if you have any connections to Hollywood, you let me know.
Will do.
All right.